All right, shalom, shalom. We give our praise to our Heavenly Father who art in heaven. Hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Our praise to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua, Bashem, Rokak, Dodge, peace, bless our blood ones, baptize us in the covenant. And today, man, we're gonna be dealing with the name El in the Bible. All right, we're gonna go into Theophoric names, blood ones, which a Theophoric name from the Greek Theophoros means bearing or carrying a god. Is a name that incorporates the name of a deity or a word related to a deity. So we're going to show examples of that, of beloveds in the Bible that have the name of God embedded or incorporated into their name, right? Which is pretty crazy, which we're going to be dealing with El today, the name El, right? Like all the beloveds heard of the name El, pretty sure. El or Allah, some will say, right? Right. It says much Hebrew theophany occurs in the Jewish Bible. The most prominent theophoric names are names containing El, right, or El, which is Allah, right? A word meaning might, power, and a god in general. And hence, in Judaism, God, and among the Canaanites, the name of the God who was the father of Baal. See that? That's why when you go back into those ancient texts, they all knew that El was Baal's father, which El was the father of Baal and of Yam. If y'all do your homework on Yam, you would know Yam is Yahweh Shai or Yah. All right, and El is the most high of all of them. All right. This is why beloved we used to say El Shaddai or Allah Shaja. That's talking about the Father, the Most High, Yahweh Shai's Father. All right, our Father who art in heaven is talking about our Master's Father, El. Right, but the thing is, all the gods have that name embedded in them as well, but or the original person of that name or is the Most High Father, Slakia. All right, and we're gonna show El in different beloveds' names, but it tell you clearly the Canaanites, they knew that El was Baal's father, but right now Baal is calling himself El. This is what beloved. This is why when you go into Islam, the Muslims they're calling their El is Allah, right? Which Allah is El, beloveds. Which their Allah or their El is not the El of all Els. It's their El is Baal calling himself El. Because remember, Baal or Satan said he was going to be basically like the Most High. He's going to be the one to get all the glory and praise. He's going to be the one to have people bow down to worship him. All right? So the Canaanites, man, they knew that Baal, his father was El. And we're going to show that through the Theophoric names in the Bible, that El is God. All right, then you have the Hebrew word Elohim, right? Modern Hebrew pronounce it Elohim. But you can hear the El in there, beloved ones. Do you hear the El? Right? And it's El because all those gods that's under El, they all are named after him because they're the sons of God. They're Elohim. All right, so this is talking about the Most High Father, Hamashiach, and the host of heaven, man. But mainly it's really in context when you read the scriptures in creation, it was talking about Hamashiach and wisdom. All right, which were the Elohim that created us in their likeness. All right. It wasn't the Lord didn't need the whole host of heaven to create mankind, man. He didn't need 1 million angels to create Adam and Eve, beloveds. All right, but let's keep going. It was Hamashiach and wisdom, but let's keep going. But as you beloveds can see, El, that's where you get Allah from, right? But when you say it plurally, in modern they say Elohim, or you would say Allah, right? Allah means God, but when you put the Yam on the end, you make it plural, or you're also embedding a God in that name, which also means Yam, and Yam goes back into one of the sons of El as well, beloved ones. So you have Allah Yam. So when you say Allah Yam, which really modern Hebrew pronounce it Elohim, but it's Allah with Yam on there, making it it has a twofold meaning, which it can be plural to refer to many gods, or it could be just referring to the god Yam, which is also referred to Yah when you go back into the Baal cycle, which I did a lesson on it. But that's another name for our master Yam, which is a Hebrew word also, which means sea. All right, because the Lord Hamashiach, Yahushua, is the living water. He is the God of the sea. All right, y'all notice in this text they call him the beloved of El. Yeah, in this text, Baal was talking about how he was going to take out Yam, or the beloved of El. All right, and that's what happened when the Lord came in the flesh. All right, so now on to a few Theophoric names, beloved ones. And we have El, right, which El is God. All right, Allah, or El for short. El is short for Allah, okay, beloved ones. El is short for Allah. All right, and the Hebrew is Allah. All right, and there's different ways they say it too. All right, which I'm not going through all the different ways they say it, but there's a lot of different ways they say El or Allah. All right, but we have Abdiel. What? Abdiel, servant of God, or Abadiel, right? Because I know the Hebrew word for servant is abad, right? But it says Abdiel in the English, right? And you see he has El in his name. This is where you get the Theophoric, when you embedded the name of a God in your name, which, like I've been saying, beloveds, I've been seeing it. It's crazy, man. It's a lot of people that have the name of God in their name, man. Even the hidden manna name, man. You know what I'm saying? So we said Ariel, Lion of God. See that? They all have El in their name, blood ones, showing you they were all serving Baal's father, all right, which is El, Allah, God. Okay? Yam and Baal's father. El, which is the Most High, or El Shaddai, right? Or Allah Shaja, like the beloveds love to say. Right? Daniel. All right, beloved ones. Daniel got El in his name. Beloved ones, do your homework on Daniel has El in his name, man. All right, or in the Hebrew, Daniel, or like the beloveds like to say, Daniela. Right? Because the El is Allah. All right, Allah. Right? Or like the beloveds say, Daniela. All right, you can hear the L in there, man. All right, Al or El, it's the same thing, beloveds. Daniel has El in his name, beloved. Well, this is when you put the name of a God in your name. So showing you this is the God that they were serving, because his name was in them. All right? And this is talking about the Most High Father. All right? So let's get another one. Daniel. All right, El is judge, or justice from El. See, they're all giving reverence to Allah or El. All right, in the modern, in English it'll say El, but we know more ancient form of it would be the Allah, beloveds. Elijah, what? Elijah, beloved ones, my God is YHWH. Why does it say YHWH? YHWH like it because it has Yah on there, or Jah. In the English they say Jah, but in the Hebrew it's Yah, right? Which Yah is the heavenly name, beloved ones, of a Mashiach. All right, because Yah is synonymous with Yam. All right, when you go back into the Baal cycle, El changed his name from Yam to Yah. All right. And Baal is his brother, just like in the scriptures. All right. And El is the Most High Father, just like in the scriptures. All right. So Elijah, his God was Hamashiach. Do your homework. This is why he pulled up with Hamashiach in the Transfiguration. All right, Allahu, He is my God. See, they have L in their name. Elisha, right? Elisha. See that? My God is salvation. They all have L in their name, and we know L is the father of all the gods, and all the gods have what? L embedded in their name. This is why you have the Elohim, all right, the heavenly host. That's our descendants of God El, or Allah Shaja, all right, or Allah. What's the Allah Yon, El Alion? You know what I'm saying? There's different names for it, man. You got Elisheba or Elizabeth, man. They all have L in their name. Even Elizabeth have L in her name. Do your homework, beloved ones. My God is an oath, or my God is abundant. Then we have Emmanuel. Beloved ones. Can't you see the L on there? Right? Which is Allah. L is short for Allah, beloved ones. And no, we're not talking about Islam's Allah. We're talking about Yahweh Allahayaka. Okay? That's who we're talking. That's our Allah. Our Yahweh Allahayaka. We're not talking about Ishmael's Allah, which goes back unto Baal, man. All right? Which is, Baal, because Baal was part of the Allahim too. He was part of the God head and all the the angels and gods, man. All right, he was part of that, right? But we know, according to the scriptures, he failed. So let's keep it going. So we have Emmanuel, which we know Emmanuel was what represents a Mashiach. All right, he came in the flesh. All right, and what had the spirit of El on him? He had the spirit of his father on him. That's why I say God was with us, because what? Hamashiach had the spirit of his father on him when he came in the flesh, man. Do your homework. We have Yehiziel. I don't know how they say that, Yehiziel. I can't say it, but in the modern it's Ezekiel, beloved ones. Ezekiel. I think it's Ezekiel. Right, Ezekiel. Ezekiel. I think it's Ezekiel. But it says Ezekiel, God will strengthen. And don't y'all see El is in Ezekiel's name, beloved ones? So you can't say, oh no, that's a pagan god, you're worshiping a pagan god, brother. You can't go that. You can't do that, beloved ones. El is in Ezekiel's name. All right? So we know he's following the Father, man. All right? And the Son. It says God will strengthen. Gabriel, beloved ones, the archangel Gabriel has El in his name. So we know El is talking about the Father. Okay? Gabriel, he has a Theophoric name. He has the Most High name embedded in him. El. All right. You have Ishmael. You have what? Ishmael. All right. Or Ishmael. Or Gabriel. Right. Or Emmanuel, which is Emmanuel. Right. Or you have Ishmael, which means God listens. All right. Because what? Ishmael got that El from what? Abraham, because Abraham knew El. Abraham knew Allah before Ishmael. But Ishmael, they twisted their doctrine, all right, and bugged out and got manipulated through Muhammad, man. All right, but before Abraham, he taught Ishmael the right way, man. Ishmael, you know what I'm saying, is wigging out with Muhammad's foolishness. But let's keep it going. It says Israel, or Israel, beloved ones. Israel has El in their name, beloved ones. We have El even on us, beloved ones. So if you're saying you're Israel, You have to give reverence to the God El, beloved ones. Do your homework. You can't be saying you Israel, but you don't believe in El. All right? Or Allah. All right? Because El is short for Allah. All right? Or Yasha Allah. Or Israel. All right? Because there's many ways to say El. Or Allah. You have Lemuel, dedicated or devoted to God. Then we have Michael or Mikael. What about Mikael, beloved ones? What about Michael? He has El in his name. And his name what means to be what? Like God, man. Or God-like. Basically mean to be God-like. All right? So, this is beautiful, man. This is beautiful. You see El everywhere, beloved ones. Do your homework on El is all in the beloved's names. They have the name El incorporated into their name. It says Nathaniel, right? Nathaniel has El in his name, beloveds, God-given or gift of God. And we read about Nathaniel in the New Covenant. So guess what? El is a part. The name El is a part of the New Covenant, beloved ones, because Nathaniel had El in his name. All right? And Michael the Archangel has El in his name, and he's all in the New Covenant. All right? And we have what? Raphael, which is in the book of Tobit, man. And he's in Revelation, just not by name. All right? God hears, or what? God is great. Which really, Raphael, I believe, means God heals. All right, but then you have Samuel, man, which my granddad name is Samuel. And, so my granddad had El on him, beloved ones. Do your homework on my granddad had his name is Samuel. Okay, my granddad's name is Samuel. My grandmama's name's Mary. My uncle name is Philip. Do your homework. Okay, and my mom name is what? Hannah. I love my, shout out to my mama, I love my mama, blood ones. But my mom's name is Hannah. All my family got biblical names, blood ones. My cousin name is Reuben. My little cousin name is Nathaniel. My nephew name is Darius. You know what I'm saying? So all the beloveds got biblical names, man. Even their carnal names, my family, a lot of my family members. But yeah, Samuel, beloveds. So Samuel has El in his name, all right? Or Sham, I don't know how they say it in the Hebrew. Shamuel Allah, I think beloveds say Shamuel Allah, something like that. But Shamuel Allah, something. Or Shamuel. Some beloveds say Shamuel or Shamuel, right? Which is Samuel, man. Okay? So he's not worshiping no pagan god, man. Then we have the Archangel Uriel, beloved ones. Ariel, right? Or like beloveds known to pronounce it as Uriel, but really it's Uriel. Uriel. All right, which is God is my light, right? Or some beloveds pronounce it what? I think Awar Ya Allah. Awar Ya Allah, right? God is light, or my God is light, or the light of God, right? Slakia. But that's an angel, beloved ones, that have El in the name Ellen embedded in his name. So is he giving reverence to a pagan god? Do your homework. It says in Northwest Semitic use, El was a generic word for any god as well as a special name or title of a particular god who was distinguished from other gods as being the god. It says El is listed at the head of many pantheons. It says in some it says it's lucky blackway tired, forgive me. It says in some Canaanite and Ugaritic sources, El played a role as father of the gods of creation, or both, which is true. You know, El is the creator of our master and Baal, beloved ones. He's their father. All right, which in the English they say El, but in the Hebrew it would be more like Allah, right? Whether you say Allah, whether you say Elohim, whether you say Israel, whether you say Ezekiel, whether you say El Shaddai, whether you say Emmanuel, you're still giving all glory and credit to El. And that name is still being exalted by being in those beloveds. You know what I'm saying? So whether you say Allahayim, like beloveds say Allahayim, you still say El. Whether you say, you know what I'm saying, Daniel, his name is still giving credit to El, beloved ones. Okay? Whether you say Uriel's name has El in it, so we know the El that they're talking about is the the father of the gods, man. So Shalom. It says, however, because the word El sometimes refers to a god other than the great god El, right? Because it can refer to the great god El, or it can refer to other gods. Just like in the English, we say the word God, we could be referred to the Most High God, or somebody could be talking about some other God. It's the same with the word Allah or El. It could be referring to the Most High El, Allah, of all Els in Allah, or it could be referred to a pagan God or El. You just got to know. All right, but we know that in the scriptures, the El that the beloved was referred to was the father of all the gods, right? Not the pagan one, not the pagan gods, man. All right. So it says, however, because the word El sometimes refers to a god other than the great god El, it is frequently ambiguous as to whether El followed by another name means the great god El with a particular epithet or applied, or refers to another god entirely. For example, in the Ugaritic text, it says El Malak, right? It's MLK, which is Malak, which we know Malak is king. It says El Malak is understood to mean El the king. See that? So they were saying, Malak and all that, El, all that, even before we became a nation. All this stuff, it existed, right? The nations heard about El. They heard about all the pagan Els, or sons of El, that called themselves El as well. Because, a lot of the angels and gods will come in the name of El as if they're, his representatives or his sons. And then you have what? El Hadad, or as the god Hadad, right? Which is another deity, right? That's associated with the host of heaven. So Shalom, beloved. But we know Hadad is not the father. Hadad is one of the lesser gods, beloved. So let's keep Shalom.